Hey guys, J-Man here for a Superman review. Superman Lost, number 4 of 10. I have not gone to the comic shop to get this. I will be going not tomorrow, maybe the day after. So I'm a bit behind. A lot of crazy stuff happening in my day job. So I wasn't able to get out and grab any books. Usually I go right after work and I was just really late, blah, blah, blah. But I have it digital, and I just finished reading Superman Lost number 4. If you've been following my channel and my Superman content, you know that Superman, well, firstly, Superman's my favorite character of all time. Easy, that's a no-brainer. I've really liked the current Superman stuff. Superboy is stellar. Action Comics is okay. Superman and Superboy are the best. Superman Lost, which I'm going to get to in a second. And what was the other one? Oh, Steelworks I did not like at all. Action's okay. Superman Lost issue 1, I thought it was awful, boring, and stupid. Nothing happens. Don't even read issue 1. Issue 2 was okay. Issue 3, I really liked it. I even bought an extra copy. I bought 2 copies of Superman Lost number 3. I thought the art was bang on. It was working for me. I know some people were kind of like, what's going on? He's just in space. I don't know what happened. I just thought it was very intriguing, and I was really liking it. At the beginning, when I was reviewing Superman Lost issue 1, I made a statement saying, why is this going to be 10 issues? I guarantee you it probably could be like 5 issues. And looks like I'm going to be right, because issue 1, you can ignore that entire thing. That 1 or 2 pages from issue 1 that you need could have been started with issue 2. Issue 3 was stellar. Issue 4, yeah, not happy. Let's talk about this using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. If I give the artistry a 2 out of 2, I'm not saying that the art in Superman Lost issue 4 is better than Jack Kirby or Alex Ross or Neil Adams or any of those big famous guys. That's not how this goes. I'm reviewing this comic compared to the others in the series, plus current Superman comics that are out now. Plus with an inkling of the promise of Superman. When someone is saying, I'm going to give you this Superman comic, in your mind, you have expectations. How well did this satisfy your expectations of what you wanted to get out of a Superman comic? The storyline of this issue, I'm going to give it a 0.5. So that's a fail on the storyline. I don't know what's going on at all. Those little orange guys came back. I don't care about Lois at all in this thing. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it'll make sense later. But Superman Lost, they should retitle it Reader Lost. It's like, what is happening? There needs to be some sort of like cohesiveness within the comic you're reading. I understand that, when it's all done, it'll make sense. But remember too that I'm not just reading Superman Lost. I'm reading several Superman comics and other DC comics and all the Spawn comics and, maybe a Marvel comic if I decide to torture myself, right? I'm not just reading this. I'm reading all of the Frazetta comics. Mothman's out, tomorrow. Like, I understand. It's up to me to remember what happened in the last issue. But you go back, you're like, this doesn't connect to anything. And what is this connecting to? Like, it's like, oh, here he is. Oh, it'll make sense later. Like, I don't care. I need to care what's going on in the comic I'm reading now. This is what I cared about. Issue 3 was, he's lost in space. The whole damn thing is he's lost in space. So all the pages before this are crap. If you introduce something in a story where you need the backstory within that comic, you give the backstory to lead to that thing. That's how it works. I remember when comics used to be written for kids. Kids had garbage memories, which is why each issue was on its own. Then they came up with the idea of like, oh, let's have it be a 6-parter and whatever parter. Look, I got stuff in my day that I gotta do, okay? There needs to be some sort of story element in the actual comic itself for me to follow. All right, so this is what I cared about. And these parts were good, but we got this guy talking again, which I don't care about. I'll just give the pacing a 0.5 as well. The pacing was awful because there's so many wasted ass pages that don't mean anything. So now he's back in space. Okay, but this is now meandering. Like, we saw all this. Yeah, he's in space. Like, move on, right? And then he lands here and they're talking about something which I don't get. There's some invasion going on. And then there's invasion stuff again going on. I don't care. He's fighting guys. And then it's these guys. Remember these orange guys from issue 2? So they've made an appearance again. And they were so like they were treated like nothing characters. So I didn't pay attention to them. So now they're here. So now I've got to remember what's going on. Now they give you a little bit of remember us? No, I don't remember you, actually. Okay, that's a lie. Look, I remember them, okay? I'm being a little bit jokey. I remember them. But I don't care. Like, you didn't do anything in the last one that made me think that you were memorable. It's like, oh, do you remember that guy in panel 5 3 issues ago? No, because he didn't do it. Well, that's who that was. Well, normally you would call back to that. So I don't care about these characters at all. And it's like, oh, we're invading. Well, don't invade. Okay. Yeah. So 0.5 for pacing, man. This was brutal. Artistry, 2 out of 2. I really like the art in this comic, especially like these kind of action pages. This is nice. This Superman like space white suit has grown on me a lot. When I first saw it, I kind of barfed. Then I was like, you know what? This is kind of cool. I wish he did have the cape though, because in the covers they draw him with the cape in that suit. So that's a lie. Don't lie to me on the cover. But anyways, I do kind of like the white suit. They'll never have this in a movie because it'll be labeled as uncool, because they can't even have blue and red in a movie because that's uncool. They need to make it super dark blue where it's almost black, and they need to make it burgundy. Here comes Superman in his, dark blue costume and burgundy shorts and cape and small S. Look, it's Brandon Routh. This will never happen because it's all white, and then they won't like that, right? But the artistry in this is really good. Again, I'm not saying it's the best artist that ever was, but it's really good. Characters, I really like Superman in this. He always stands and wants to help the little guy. So I'm giving it a 1 out of 2, because Superman in this comic is still very good. Lois, bleh, don't care about her in this comic at all. Everyone else in this comic, don't care about them. So really it should be a 0.5, but Superman's the main guy. It's called Superman Lost. You're reading it for Superman. So I'm giving it a 1 because, yeah, it's still Superman and he's awesome. So we're at a 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're at a 4. I'm going to give this a 1 for enjoyment factor. Like, it was okay. All right. So I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. If a comic gets a 5 or 6 out of 10, that's sort of a pass. Okay. A 5 out of 10. But Superman Lost issue 3, I don't know what I gave it, maybe an 8 or something or more. I really liked part 3. I went and bought a second copy. I was like, oh, this is so good. I'm just going to get another copy because I want to go through this. And, you read your comics and you want to be careful. And I thought, let me get another copy of this. This is great. And I bloody well called it. I guarantee you by the time this 10-parter's over, it would have been a 5-parter. Guaranteed. Nothing of any actual significance. Like, you could have taken issue 1 and issue 3 and squished those together. I'm sorry, 1 and 4. You could have taken 2 and 3 could have been squished together a little bit. 1 and 4 could have just been the next one. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is what they do now. Oh, 10 parts. Why? Why is it 10 parts? So there's going to be people who fight with me on this because I get this all the time now on my Superman reviews. People are very passionate. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. That's a pass. I'm buying the comic. I bought Steelworks, and that was garbage. So I'm buying all the Superman comics in physical form, not just digital form, in physical form. And you don't even get a digital copy with DC. You do with Marvel, but nobody buys Marvel comics. So it's like, what am I going to do? Anyway, I'm still buying these comics. I love Superman. So you can disagree with me on this. You can think Superman Lost issue 4 was the greatest thing you've ever read. If you think that, you probably haven't read many pre-crisis Superman stories, because all those stories are awesome and they're crazy fantasy. There's aliens, there's action. I even like Superboy, which right now doesn't have a lot of action because I've been reading that from issue 1. But yeah, and there's a character at the end here I won't spoil who shows up. I don't know who this character is. If anyone knows who this character is, let me know in the comments. I think this might be a new character. So I suppose this will be a hot issue if it's a new character. I don't care. Don't spec comic. No, this one's gonna be worth $5 million when this character's in a movie. Sure. Once we get a proper Superman movie, since we haven't since like 1978, once we get a proper Superman movie, then I'll be interested in what character appears in that movie. I love all the Christopher Reeve movies, anyways, but really, part one is the best. Anyway, so that is it, guys, for Superman Lost. Join us every Monday for Legion of Superheroes talk. We are going through every appearance of the Legion of Superheroes every Monday. One Monday out of the month, I'm on Clobberin Times channel talking about Earth B, Brave and the Bold, Bob Haney stuff, okay? Check us out there. Link to his channel is in this description. But Sean and I and Clobberin Times every Monday to every other Monday, so 3 Mondays of the month, we do Legion of Superheroes talk. Sean and I are also doing streams on Transformers comics, the Marvel Transformers comics. Very not underappreciated, but not a lot of people are talking about them. So they're kind of like, they're just there, and people are just like, yeah, those comics, they were cool, and then that's kind of all you get. So we're doing deep dives. We did the first 2 issues. We're gonna do 2 more next week. This week it's The Flash. The Flash movie's coming out. Really it's a Batman movie with Flash as a guest appearance. But this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're doing open mic reaction spoiler talk about the Flash movie. We're all gonna see it on Thursday night. I'm gonna give you my review. Hopefully it's good. I'm going to cross everything I can possibly cross, my toes, my legs, everything to hope that this goes good. My personal thoughts on Ezra Miller and all that, I don't care. I have I care nothing about what these people do. I don't care about Amber Heard. I don't care about Johnny Depp. Sounds to me like I think they're both not great people. I don't care about Ezra Miller. I'm going to pay my $25 for my IMAX ticket and my popcorn, and I want to see what's on the screen. If Ezra Miller beat up somebody or something, I don't know about that. These are things that I don't know about. If there's court cases, it's settled. I only care about seeing the movie. That's it. Okay? So if it's good, if I like it, I'm going to tell you I like it. Some people are going to automatically love it. Some people are going to automatically hate it. It's not going to happen here. I'm going to buy the movie on 4K regardless. If I watch The Flash and think it's absolute gutter shit trash, I'm still going to buy it and add it to my DC movie collection. So I'm buying it no matter what. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion on the movie, and we'll see where it goes from there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.